What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Tony Khan ignoring Bray Wyatt. Khan also says a WWE show sucks, the real reason why WWE 2K22 has been delayed, Brock Lesnar's kind gesture, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, first story looks at Tony Khan ignoring Bray Wyatt. Now, since Bray Wyatt's release in July, fans have been left wondering what the next step for the former WWE champion is going to be. Bray was an incredibly gifted performer and one of WWE's top stars, and there's even been rumored interest from both Impact Wrestling and AEW in signing Bray to a full-time deal. In relation to Impact, Bray would be an instant top star in the company, and Impact has had huge success with gimmicks similar to Bray's, so fans believe that Impact may be the suitable option for him. But there have also been reports that AEW were also interested in bringing Bray into the company. However, according to AEW CEO Tony Khan, he and Bray haven't discussed Bray coming in any capacity. Khan recently appeared on WFAN's Moose and Maggie show, and he was asked during this appearance if there was interest in Bray signing for AEW. Now, this is what Khan had to say. He is a great wrestler, and I have to be honest, we haven't talked at all. I've known him in personal life, but in reality we haven't talked. But you never know. Now, although Khan has stated that he and Bray haven't talked business, there is some belief from fans that Khan is trying to throw fans a curveball. It could be possible that Khan is just trying to throw the fans off the scent, and Bray could debut in AEW in the near future. As since rumours of Bray joining AEW have circulated, fans have been coming up with fantasy booking ideas for the former WWE star. One idea fans have come up with is for Bray to be the new leader of the Dark Order. This was the stable that was previously led by the late great Brody Lee, who just so happened to be Bray's best friend in real life. Would you guys reckon Bray is AEW bound and Khan is trying to divert fans? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Tony Khan says the WWE show sucks. AEW Rampage and SmackDown will go head to head on this Friday night, as a portion of both shows will be aired simultaneously for the first time ever. Tony Khan, while speaking on the My Mom's Basement podcast, stated that wrestling fans can watch whatever they want, but a lot of fans are choosing to watch the AEW product over what WWE presents on a weekly basis. Khan stated, "It's the second time they've decided to go head to head with us. I want the fans to be able to watch all the wrestling. I'll coin a phrase right now, WYW, watch your wrestling. I want people to watch your wrestling. Whatever you want to watch, watch it. A lot of people have chosen to watch AEW because it's the best show. Watch your wrestling. I want people to watch everything. It's the second time they've chosen to put their wrestling head to head with mine. The last time they did it, it didn't happen overnight, but from the start, AEW consistently did better numbers than NXT, and we eventually won that war, and AEW is now the Wednesday night show, and Wednesday Night Dynamite has had a great run." Khan went even so far as to state that this week's edition of Monday Night Raw sucked. This is a comment which has led to a lot of criticism by fans on social media. Raw continuously beats every AEW show in the overall ratings, and for an AEW CEO to publicly slam WWE's flagship show probably wasn't the best look. He stated, "On Friday they're doing half an hour head to head with Rampage, which is new. I put my show on consciously after SmackDown, knowing there's a huge audience of people that watch the show, and a lot of people are going to watch Rampage, which has been a hit for TNT. They're literally going to do a half hour head to head, that's fine. We'll see what happens. I'm not saying for sure we'll win, and maybe the odds are against us in some ways, but we're going to do the better show, I know. If you don't believe me, watch the Go Home Show Raw they did last night because it sucked." AEW have also announced a special buy-in show set to air before AEW Rampage goes on the air. The show will feature Bryan Danielson taking on Minoru Suzuki in an absolute dream match. Yes, this is free on YouTube. It appears that AEW and Tony Khan are taking their head-to-head competition incredibly serious, and it'll be rather interesting to see who comes out on top on Friday. Next up, the real reason why WWE 2K22 has been delayed. WWE 2K22 was set to be released this year before 2K decided to drastically alter all these plans. 2K22 will now be released in March of next year, with no official date confirmed as of yet. There have been rumours surrounding the delayed release for some time now, with some fans believing that the latest installment wasn't up to the standard it needed to be, while some fans wondered if the recent mass roster cuts could have had something to do with the delay. Well, according to Michael Straw of Sports Gamer Online, the roster cuts were the exact reason why the game was delayed. According to Straw, a number of released NXT superstars were supposed to be included in a special DLC, and one of the names included was apparently Bronson Reed. During the time of the game's development, Bronson was NXT North American Champion and he was set for a main roster call-up. Now, it's clear that 2K believed that Bronson would be a huge reason for players to purchase the DLC pack, and according to him, the continuous WWE releases have forced 2K to alter their strategy for the game. 2K will be moving away from DLC packs in favor of a roster update service. This new system will mimic the way traditional sports games such as FIFA update their in-game roster, and this will apparently debut in 2K22. 2K are said to be doing everything they can to rebuild the trust and goodwill following the disastrous release of WWE 2K20. Hopefully, this roster update system is a positive step forward for the video game publisher. Next up, Drew McIntyre wants a huge rematch. Now, the main event of WrestleMania 36 featured Drew McIntyre conquering Brock Lesnar to win the title for the first time in his career. Although it was a great moment for Drew, the match was just 5 minutes in length and some fans felt like they could have given the two gifted performers more time. It was rumored at the time that WWE didn't execute a full-scale match between the two because no fans were in attendance due to the COVID-19 pandemic. They simply wanted to save the match between the two men, but sadly the two have yet to meet since their WrestleMania main event encounter. According to Drew, he would love another match with Lesnar. Whilst appearing on the bump, the former WWE champion revealed, "I'm always excited to get in the ring with the absolute best. There's not that many that are as good or as physical as Brock Lesnar. At WrestleMania I did defeat him in 5 minutes, but I would like the opportunity to face Brock again and in front of a live audience." Would you guys like to see these two stars clash in the ring again? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, Brock Lesnar's kind gesture. During a recent YouTube Q&A, former WWE champion JBL shared a wholesome story in relation to Brock Lesnar. According to JBL, when he was working with Lesnar at a house show back in 2002, Lesnar offered to put JBL over because JBL had friends in the audience. He revealed, "I was working with Brock in Abilene and I said, 'Hey Brock, I want to talk to you,' and he goes, yeah, your college buddies are here, I'm gonna put you over." I said, "Brock, they don't care who goes over. I couldn't care less. You win, I win, it doesn't matter." I said, "We're going to a place afterwards," and so that's what I was telling him. JBL ended up defeating Lesnar in the match, which happened to be Lesnar's first loss since being called up to the main roster. It's rather rare to hear any positive stories about Brock Lesnar, as he is traditionally reserved and private. But it's always great to see a wholesome story about the former WWE and UFC champion. But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.